It was good, man.
Yo,
It was good,
what's up,
everybody.
bro?
What's
Can
up,
you,
man? You just got off. You just got off work.
yeah, I just got to my
Mark, what's
girl's
good,
house.
baby?
It's bad.
Expect to lose, bro. That shit is
Yep.
crazy. Eric said, "How you think?"
Yeah, it's been
That's
like this for
hilarious,
years,
man.
man. But
Hilarious, man. I wanted to we wanted to let you guys know something. So I'll have my laptop tomorrow. We can what's good, D? We can start doing everything from YouTube starting next Tuesday. We're gonna have some things going on with the podcast when we can start it on. Right now we just going live through here talking, having a little Giants talk. But once we start going through YouTube and everything, we're gonna go live through there, and we're gonna have a lot of shit going on, man. We're gonna have some merchandise for sale. Bobby's working on that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he sent to show a lot of you guys the
yeah,
t-shirts.
City actually posted that in the chat. So
Yeah, they look good. We also are going to start a raffle, man. I know a lot of people have been asking me where I get those figures from that I'm always posting. Um, so we're going to start a raffle for people to win all kinds of shit. Whether it's 1 week it might be Giants tickets, 1 week it might be one of those figures, one week it might be autographed jerseys. Like I know I have a friend in the group, real good dude, real good friend who actually knows David Tyree and Amani Tuma, and we're gonna set up meet and greets with those guys. We're gonna set up
that's dope.
I could get jerseys and have them signed. Um, we're actually gonna I'm gonna also I want to see if we can send a few Giants fans to some Giants games. If the raffle comes up to enough money, we could use the money from the raffle to buy tickets and send some of you guys to games. Whether it doesn't have to be a home game, it could be a away game, it could be a home game, it could be the whoever wins the raffle that week. It'll be a game of your choosing. So that's a few things we're gonna be working on, man. And as the podcast goes up on YouTube, we'll be able to fill in more. We're also gonna start an email that you guys can like email questions to, or call into the
That's
podcast
actually
and
that
have
email's
some.
actually up. So
Oh
it's
yeah, it is.
Bobby and Quan podcast at Gmail.
You guys can send any questions you have there. I'm about to actually add that Gmail to my phone, so the alert always comes to my phone as well. Things that you guys might want to ask and have questions answered on the podcast whenever you guys tune in. So that's what we're working on, man. This one's gonna be a little shorter than the last ones. It won't be a full hour. Um, so we're probably gonna try to get a half an hour in. Bobby's got off of work. I got some family duties to handle, so I can't stay out too late tonight.
Plus, it's the same story, right? We got the
Yeah,
same. It's the
the
same
same
thing.
story. Um, Me and Bobby wanted to start off by talking about the state of this franchise. Hold on, let me take this fucking hot ass hoodie off. This hoodie covered me better than any Giants player done all season long.
Breezy says tickets are gonna be.
They probably will be free.
Yeah.
What's good, Ryan? So like I said, man, we wanted to start by talking about the state of this franchise, man, and just like what we are just very very stubborn at the moment, man. Like I've read reports. I don't want to come out and say I've heard like people from Giants organization call me and Bobby up. I'm like, listen, this was going on, but from what we're reading, um, y'all just saying shit like I'm not I'm not changing coordinators right now. We're gonna fix this. Like that same old talk that he's been talking since he's got here. And I'm just starting to get the feeling, man, that he is just all talk, man. And there's no substance behind it. It's just I wanna win the talk game in the media. I want us to sound like we're getting better. And he literally came out. I mean, I know some things is damage control and you have to say it, but if he really believes that we're improving, that's crazy, man.
See,
That's
that's what I'm saying. I wish that when he would come out and do these pressers, that he would actually showcase some sort of like realization that this is not a good football team.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so it bothers me. It's the difference
Bothers
between
me a lot.
a lot of people compared him to Parcells, and there's a difference there. Parcells knew how
Big
to handle
difference.
the media and tell him what's up.
Yeah, and he was very honest. Parcell wasn't just honest with the media. He was honest with his players. Like there was a price to be paid when you didn't perform well. Like you may have not lost your spot for the rest of the season, but your ass sat down for the rest of that game. You wasn't gonna just keep running out there making the same mistakes like Evan
Yeah, he'd
Ingram
hold you
gets to do
accountable.
every Sunday. And
Ingram
people keep
Ingram going back out on that field blew my mind
blew
after that
my
fumble.
blew
I was
out of.
just
I was at the game, Bobby, and I just didn't understand between missing blocks or not holding his block long enough. I don't want to say missing, but not holding the block long enough in the run game. Dropping passes, fumbling. At what point is it time to say we also have a fucking Pro Bowl tight end sitting on the bench that can play your snaps? This is why we brought him
yeah.
here. And at what point do you say you have to be benched?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
It's just excuse after excuse with Ingram, and I'm honestly I've been done with Ingram. I just you hold your breath every time he gets thrown the ball. You just don't
Every
you
time.
know he'll make that one big play, and it's like, oh, he's back, he's gonna start turning around. Then he'll just kill you with a fumble or he'll tip it into the safety's hands, and it's just like, oh my god, week after week, man.
It's week after week, bro. And it's not even at this point. I know sometimes people make jokes like, "Oh, he does this and Butterfingers this," but it's not even over exaggerating at this point. It's to a point where nothing good comes out of throwing the football, or at least the football in his direction. Nothing good comes from it. Nothing.
It's almost impressive how much he's been able to screw up. It's just like I expected it to, bro. On God, dude, I expected this at this point, and it's too bad because that kid's obviously got some raw talent. But I don't know,
And the
man.
crazy part is, I keep hearing people say, he's a wide receiver playing tight end. I can't even call him a wide receiver because he can't fucking catch. A
No,
least wide
no,
receiver can catch. He can't even catch.
no. He doesn't have it, man. He doesn't, and we gotta cut ties with that guy.
It's
We
a
really
lot of
do.
that
It's
shit going
been
on around here,
long
man.
overdue.
And again, to jump back on your point of people, I've read these posts. Parcells wasn't good in his first year, but Parcells was also a position coach that knew the nuances of the game. Like, I feel like Judge attacks everything from a special teams standpoint, and it's just not working. Like, you could see, like, people don't understand Parcells' second year, the Giants got better and got better to a point where you were like, that team's going to the playoffs soon. We are no closer to the playoffs than we were when Dave Gettleman got the job.
Yeah, and I feel like we have guys on this team that we should be better at this point. We really should
Yeah,
be.
yeah,
We
I
have
mean, a
like
lot of guys we have. I know I get on guys, and I don't think we have many Pro Bowl caliber players, but we do have players that I can say we should be able to win with that guy. You understand?
yeah,
Everybody can't be a superstar, but we have enough guys that we can look at and go, that guy, we should be able to win with him. That guy, we should be able to win with him, and we're just not fucking winning. I
no.
don't get it.
And that comes down to a lot of things. It's not just one area that we need to fix. It's just we don't make the big play. We don't we just don't play good football. You just see it. The eye test. It's like that when you just watch this team year after year and it's just bad football.
It's
It
and it's just
sucks.
you know what's crazy? So it's almost to a point where while watching the game, you can identify where we're about to lose. You
Yes.
understand? Like, so go back to the game last year against the Eagles. We were up. I think we were up what 21-10 at that point when Ingram
The
drops the
second
pass or
game.
21. The
Oh,
game in
yes, yes,
Philly.
yes.
So I know
Over the
we were
shoulder.
up. I know we were up enough that had we got that first down and bled up some more clock, it was almost impossible for them to come back. Being a Giants fan long enough, he drops the ball, and I literally say, "Oh shit, we're going to lose this game." Same thing in Washington when Slayton, no matter how much Danny Jones wants to take the blame for that pass, or people want to blame him for it, Slayton should have caught the ball. The
Yeah.
minute he
Oh,
dropped the
yeah.
ball, I said, "Oh shit, we're going to lose." Ingram fumbles, and I go, "Oh shit, we're about to fucking lose to the Falcons." Like, you can identify the exact point of where the Giants are about to lose, bro.
Exactly. Every game it seems like. But um so Jason Garrett,
Uh,
I mean, a lot of people are getting on Garrett. I don't necessarily. I didn't even like the when we brought him in here. I don't know, man. I mean, I think a lot of this comes down to these guys got to make plays. You know, I hate the
Well,
play calling. I do.
yeah, but
But I think it's a lot of the facets of this football team that needs to get better.
at all of them. It's not one facet. It's every facet of football, like we spoke about 2 weeks ago, opening game. There is nothing outside of Graham Gano. There is nothing the Giants do
For
well.
real,
I'm,
bro.
I'm and I'm not being funny. We don't
No, I
we don't
know.
run we don't run block well. We don't pass the ball well. We don't score well. We don't stop the other team from scoring. We don't stop teams on third down. We don't tackle
No
well.
pass
We don't
rush.
no pass rush. We don't rush the passer well. We don't stop the run well. We we don't pass block well. We don't convert third downs well. We don't do it. Yes, we do. We kick the ball well, and on defense, we play very good defense on first and second down. Those are the only things we do well. After that, there is
And then
nothing the Giants do well.
absolutely terrible on third down. And we can't stop
On
fourth
both sides of
downs.
the ball. On both sides of
Yep.
the ball.
Oh yeah, for real. There's one move I wanted to bring up here. Jamie Collins. Did you see him get cut?
Jamie Collins from
The Lions, I believe.
yeah, I just
He was
read that on
there.
Instagram. Literally before, as I'm walking down here, and we also just worked out. So yeah, I saw that he got cut, but I
Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't know.
at this
I don't know if
point,
Dave Gettleman would. I don't know if he would do it. I don't know if he would admit that we need help, or he's going to stay stubborn and go, "We have the guys to win."
yeah, and we have no money either, I don't think. But what do
I've
you
heard
do?
that
Just let
story a
Tate
million
Crowder?
times.
Let Tate Crowder? Oh, I know. But I mean, at this point, do you just let the young guys play, or do you keep fighting? You know, it just this
Well,
division is so weird, man.
I think this. See, here's the problem with where we are right now. We are in that area where the front office, the general manager, and the head coach still has to be stubborn enough to try to sell to us that they believe we can win, because technically the Cowboys are the only team in the division with 2 wins. So technically we're 2 games back. Technically, the second place teams both have 2 losses and 1 win. So technically, if they all lose next week and we win, then it's like, oh, we're 1 game out of first place. So they can sell that shit, but the reality is we're never going to catch any of them teams, and we're
No.
just in a bad position because as them being able to use that excuse, they're not going to make the moves they should make.
The
I
schedule
promise
also
you they
gets
won't.
way harder.
And the schedule gets so much harder. And if they honestly
Yeah.
look at that schedule and look at the team, I don't if they're being realistic with themselves, they cannot believe we're going to win any of those games. Not by the way
Yeah,
we've
no.
been playing.
I said the first week, I don't even see this team winning 4 games. I really don't. I really don't.
Yeah.
But
And like I told you when me and you spoke, they bamboozled me in the off season, man. Like I was excited. I saw the
me too.
schedule, and I thought because of what we signed on paper, I'm like, I looked at our schedule and who we signed on paper. I'm like, we
Yeah, we got some
we can have
dogs.
we got some dogs. We can handle those teams. I ain't worried. Told my wife like
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
gonna playoff this year, but
That's how I felt too, man. But year after year, the Giants figure out a way, to make you just disappointed every single season. Um, so where do we want to go next? Do we want to talk about the O-line?
the offense in general, man, it's not even. It's bad all the way around, man, and
It is.
it's so bad that it's starting to. It's so bad that you honestly can't even identify what the problem is at this point. We don't know
No,
if
I
it's the
know.
quarterback. We don't know if it's the
I
offensive line. We don't know if it's the play calling. We don't know if wide receivers aren't getting open. It's just so bad on every level, bro.
What blew my mind is the fact that the DJ had no deep balls
Other
last
than one,
Sunday,
son,
other
just
than
one.
one.
Um,
And where was
the
the
first
read
deep one
option?
to CJ Board. It was a
That's
shotgun
yes.
straight up
First
the
quarter.
sideline, pretty fast.
Yeah. And then the read option was gone, missing from the where that works almost
They
every time.
didn't. He just took it out the play. He took it out the playbook this week, and it's almost like when the Giants find some shit that work, they don't do that no more. And I'm not even being funny. He literally didn't do that this Sunday.
This person says RPO should be our staple, and I totally agree with that. It's like, what are you
100%.
doing?
You got a quarterback whose talent allows him to do that, because again, we are a franchise stuck on stupid, and what I mean by that is, and this is not a shot at Eli. This is me more or less saying that Eli was good at what he did. They want this kid to win the game from the pocket like Eli. He's not Eli. Let him use his best asset. If he has more rushing yards than passing yards and we win, I don't give a fuck.
As long as we win,
you
know. Yeah, they're stuck. They're stuck in their ways, and it's been like this for a decade. And it's. I don't think I've ever seen the turmoil in the fan base as bad as it is right now.
Yeah,
it's bad.
It's bad. Let me tell you what I've seen. I've been, like I told you, I've been a Giants fan since I was 6 years old. It's when I watched TV and I could understand what it was I was watching. I like these guys. I'm 40 years old now. I've been going to games since 2000. First game I ever went to was Pittsburgh versus Giants, 2000. 21 years of going to games. I have never heard a fan base cheer for a player when he got taken out the game.
I know.
Twice.
I know.
When they put a substitution in for him, the whole place erupted as if we just scored a touchdown. I've never seen that before.
Let me ask you, did you?
Oh, yeah. I was very happy he was out the game.
Yeah, bro. I mean, dude, I don't blame the fans for being mad. This is getting to the point. It's like someone posted in the thing. Is it like the Cleveland Brown days or the 70s or when you put a paper bag over your head? It's embarrassing, dude. It's embarrassing.
The only thing that he's going to understand, because at the end of the day, even if you come to the stadium with a paper bag over your head, you still paid for a ticket.
Yeah, I know.
The only thing he's going to
is that what all Mara cares about? I feel like he wants to turn it around, but it's just like, it just blows my mind. It really does. We have so many injuries now, and it's just like, I feel like the season's over. I really do.
No, the season is over. The season is over. And the crazy part is I knew it was over after we lost to Washington. We didn't even have to lose this Sunday to the Falcons for me to tell you the season was over. I already knew it. Even if we won this week, the next few games over the schedule, we'd have fell so far behind the division that we wouldn't have caught them anyway.
So let's say you're the GM. What do you do in this case? Do you wait till the bye week to cut? Because Gettleman's got to go. He's got to go.
I don't think they're going to let him go until we're mathematically eliminated.
Okay.
And that's going to, knowing Mara, because that's what he did with Reese. Remember we pulled Eli. We played what the fuck was the clown name? The Geno Smith. Remember we pulled Eli. We played Geno Smith, and we didn't play the rookie Webb because technically we still had a chance to make the playoffs. So that was McAdoo's mindset. I'm still going out there to coast to win. Once we couldn't make the playoffs no more, him and Reese was popped. So I think if the Giants are going to make the move, I think that's what they're going to do.
Do you think Judge goes?
Knowing Mara, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Think about Coughlin and Reese. Everybody know. I love me some Coughlin, but everybody knows that Coughlin stayed around maybe 3 years too long.
Yeah, I mean, we were more competitive with that football team. I felt like. I mean, we were in close games.
We definitely were more competitive, but the team started to slide then. But what I will say is, I think Reese should have been fired well before Coughlin. If you ask me who was the biggest problem with the Giants when they first started to slide, it was 100% Reese. Coughlin should have been treated a little better. Like, if you were going to get rid of somebody, it shouldn't have been Coughlin.
I agree with that. I honestly was upset when they got rid of Coughlin, and now I feel like, what do you do? Because you get rid of everybody, and then you just got to sell us that we're rebuilding again?
That's what they're going to sell us, and then they're going to go get – my fear is, because this is what Mara does, he won't fire a whole staff, dude. It's like I knew something was wrong when you hired an offensive coordinator before you found your head coach. I've never seen this shit before in the history of football, bro.
No.
I've never seen this shit, bro. I've never seen a team go, we're going to hire a coach, but these are the guys you have to put on your staff. Like most people allow a GM to come in and pick who his head coach is going to be, and let the head coach pick who his staff is going to be. Not these guys. They just want to live in the fucking past, wherever makes them comfortable, bro. That's all the Giants front office does.
I really think
He
that
was good.
him getting booed at halftime there for Eli's ceremony was a huge wake-up call. I know he hates that. He hates
Yeah.
that.
Well,
And I
if he
think that was
hated, do
probably the
something
best
about
thing
it.
the fans could do. I know. Gettleman's been here too long.
Way too long.
What I'm worried about is this team actually winning enough for them to be like, oh, hey, look, we're good. You know? Do you know what I'm saying? Like
Can I
when
promise you something? Can I
what?
promise you something? You don't have to worry about that.
No?
I promise you this year, you know. I remember when that happened and it saved Reese's job in 2013 when we started up 0-6 and wound up going 7-9 or something like that. And then Mara felt like, oh, we were competitive late in the season. Things were turning around. I think we figured it out.
Yeah.
I promise you don't have to worry about that. This team, coaching and playing wise, they're just not good enough.
Yeah, I mean, you mean don't worry about it as if we won't win?
That's what I mean. We're not going to win enough for you to have to worry about that. I can promise you that.
Yeah.
Matter of
Yeah, I
fact,
don't see it either.
if it happens that way, I'll drive up to where you live and I'll clean your place.
All right, what up? All right,
I'll
so
be
what
your
do we
personal maid. You ain't got to worry about that.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, I'm just so tired of this, man. This has just been, I mean, a lot of people get on us too because they're like, oh, you guys are negative and whatnot. And it's just like, what do you expect? What do you
What do you want me to
expect, you
say?
know?
What do you want me to say?
You know, it's,
We look good jogging out before the kickoff. I don't know what people like that want me to say. I just told somebody
yeah,
today that I'm like, I'm not a fluffy type of dude. He's like, I never heard you say nothing positive. I said, then you didn't see any of my posts in 2016 because they were only
yeah.
positive because that was the last time
When's
that
the
they
last
gave
time
us
we've
something
been
to cheer
good?
about.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm the same way, man. And it's just like, I said this, I was like, there's two types of Giant fans. The ones that they're a bit delusional, and then the ones that are realistic. And I feel like there's a divide in the group
Oh,
almost. And it's just
it's
like,
definitely a
guys, like
divide in the group. It's definitely a
it's
divide in the
just
group.
what do you expect? You know, like as fans, I feel like we can't get comfortable with this way, and like we have to press back, or nothing's gonna get done. You know, so.
And then
But
we move on to this defense. The defense is just as bad, if not worse, than the
I'm with
fucking
you.
offense. I don't think I can remember a time of feeling like I don't know which unit is worse. One unit can't score and the other unit refuses to stop anybody from scoring. I don't
Yeah,
know who's worse, bro.
we have glimpses of like looking good, you know, and there was a couple of 3-and-outs, and then they just let the team just roll down the field, and it's just like, what are you guys doing differently that
Yeah, what?
blows my
Hold on,
mind.
let me answer Joseph question. Joseph, let me ask you a serious question, Joseph. Has this team done anything to make you feel like they're going to get hot and they can forget getting hot because at this point, just winning one game would be getting hot? Has this team done anything that makes you feel like they can beat anybody on this schedule? I mean, honestly, not saying let's live on faith. Let's not say you got to believe in your team. I'm
Where you
asking you
would put your money
honestly.
on them.
If your life was on the line and you had to say the Giants are going to make the playoffs or they're going to go on some kind of run, would you believe that if your life was on the line, Joe? Because I wouldn't
I
believe
know
it.
I wouldn't. I would not. What are the positives? I know of one, and that's Andrew Thomas has looked pretty good.
I did find a few positives on Sunday. Now, again, I am also about consistency. One guy I can say has been consistent. One guy is somebody we just what's that kid named? Calvin Johnson, the receiver, 15.
Oh, Colin Johnson
Colin
from
Johnson.
the
Oh
Jaguars. Yes,
yes, this
I
kid
like
he
him. He's like
looks
6'6" or
yeah
something. Yeah, he can
really
ball,
good.
bro. Yeah,
Separation.
I like him.
Even at the point of having a defensive back draped over his back, he was still getting to the ball. He looked good.
Yes.
I really enjoyed watching him play football out there.
Jaguar fans actually were like, when that was that signing happened, I
Hmm.
saw them posting being like, we don't know why we got rid of this guy. They loved him,
Yeah,
you know?
he's a keeper, but I guarantee you he's
Yeah.
one of the guys in the offseason the Giants move on from. But from what I saw
Right?
Sunday, again, I would like to see him be consistent, because he can just disappear next week. But time and time again on Sunday, he came through for Danny Jones. I I
Yeah,
I, I
for
love
sure.
watching him. You know who else I sat back and watched and didn't realize that he is an extremely aggressive football player. Um, the kid number 48, he plays linebacker for us. His name is not
Tay
coming to me.
Crowder.
Yes.
Yes,
Crowder is
he came in for
extremely aggressive, bro.
bro. And bro, Blake was saying that he's like, this kid is what's up. Like they're like, wait till you see. And I think he was Mr. Irrelevant too. I think he was the last
Yeah,
pick.
last year. Hmm.
Yes, yes, yes. But
I
yeah,
mean,
Blake was saying that he's like, this kid is legit, man.
there
So
was a stretch of maybe 4 or 5 plays that he was just. So I remember one play specifically. The tight end comes off. Matt Ryan, the pressure was getting to him. Ryan dumped it off to him. And I'm talking about when you saw him make a beeline, there was no breakdown. There was no hesitation. There was no
yes,
thought. He saw him catch the ball and just went at his ass. I was like, yo,
yep.
this boy is making all the plays today, bro.
Another one is Ojolari.
Yo, I love him.
Not as consistent. Not as consistent.
He's a
I mean,
rookie.
he's gotten 3 sacks. Yeah, I want consistent pass rush from this team, and we just don't get it. We just don't get it. But he made a play when we needed it,
Yeah,
and that's what
yeah.
we don't
It's
have.
what we've been asking for.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
I like him.
what
I
else?
like I like that young kid a lot. He's
Andrew
actually starting.
Andrew
It seems like he
Thomas and
took X-Men's starting position.
really,
I like McKinney too.
um,
I like McKinney. Um, there's a few positives on the team. The problem is it's like throwing a fucking pebble at something. You're just not making too much damage. But
no, I
there's some
know
players I can say that we can build around. At least on defense, I like those 3 guys a lot.
for sure, for sure. Williams, oh man, I don't even know. It's
I got
such
into
a
a debate yesterday
awful
with a guy
position there.
that keeps telling me like, no, it's what they ask him, his technique. He's supposed to do this. He's the 3 technique. He's supposed to do this and take up 2 blockers. So I'm like, so we paid somebody all that money. He's like, he makes other players better. So we paid somebody all that money to make other people better.
I
Is
get what
that
he's
what we did
saying.
with
It's because
Williams?
we lost Tomlinson. And Tomlinson would be a guy that ate up 2 blockers,
Mm-hmm.
and Leonard Williams is now getting double teamed, and that's probably releasing Ojolari and releasing a couple of other guys. But yeah, no, I'm with you. I mean, if that's the case, we have to have somebody else that consistently gets to the quarterback.
And
It's just
Dexter
how we
Lawrence.
can't rely on that.
Dexter Lawrence is Dexter Lawrence is the invisible man.
Yeah, I
I
know. He's
if
been
if
absolute trash.
if this was somebody we selected in the 3rd or 4th round and he worked his way up to a starter's position, you're like, all right, I'll take the production I get from that. But you can't. We have too many 1st-round picks that are not playmakers, and that is the fucking issue on this team.
That's the issue. It all comes back to that we got to, that's where and I just hate the fact that we're just going to get another 3-year rebuild in this, or, like, are they going to try to, I mean, what do? You got 2 first-round picks next year, and are you going to let Gettleman be the man that makes those picks?
Why?
Like, come on.
So he can just whiff on them again.
Yeah. I mean, and that's another thing. It's like, we still didn't use Tony. We barely used Tony. And it's just like, why did you draft a receiver?
Why did you draft him? Why did you draft him? Because
Oh,
we don't run an offense conducive to what he does. And there lies
no.
a fucking problem. There's another problem. It's just nobody's on the same fucking page with this team. You understand? The GM doesn't seem to be on the fucking same page as the OC and the head coach. We don't even know what we are. We drafted Barkley to be a running team, but we're not a power running team. We run the ball, get a good run, and then start chucking the ball all over the football field.
Yeah.
But we're not.
Danny's in shotgun, very predictable offense. It's just, I'm with you. They don't know what they want to do. It's just, I feel like a lot of these guys too. I don't know if you noticed, Danny was checking out of plays, the audibling, and
Finally,
he would, yeah, but he would audible into something that like it was a third and short, and then he had a go. He sent someone on a go, and he tried to hit the go, which I know I complained about not going downfield, but it's like he's checking out of these plays, and they're just not working. You know,
nothing's working. Nothing. I said
nothing's
nothing's
working.
working.
Yeah,
The
you're right.
fucking
You're right about
I
that.
literally just saw a stat, and the only reason I cannot bring it up because I took screenshots of it so I can refer back to it, but I can't bring it up because I'll most likely disconnect everybody. Since Jason Garrett has been a Giants offensive coordinator, he's either last or second to last in every offensive category: points,
Bro.
yards per game,
Yeah,
touchdowns
I
thrown,
see.
everything. And
That's
then I have a
crazy.
head coach who says we're not going to move on.
Yeah. Is that his call? I mean, is he the one making that, or do you think
I doubt
Mara's
it.
stepping in?
I
Or
doubt it
yeah,
because my guess is if he wasn't in charge of hiring him, how the fuck is he in charge of firing him?
yeah, I'm with you on that. That's why I asked the question. I don't see it. I don't see it. You know, I don't see them lending that much faith into a special teams coach. I really don't. You know, as good as he can talk. You know,
Oh, he talks a
but
great game.
do we have anything else? Any questions that we want to get to
I've got one
in the
last point
chat?
I want to get to before I ask some questions, guys.
Okay.
So I've seen a lot of debate on whether Danny Jones is or isn't a franchise quarterback. So I thought the best way to break it down was to explain what he does and what he can't do. So by that I mean, what quarterback are we looking for? Are we looking for an Eli, Ben Roethlisberger, seemingly Dak Prescott right now? Hate to use his name, but it is what it is. Tom Brady. Meaning, if you're looking for a dynamic quarterback to win with his arm, then he is 100% not the quarterback for us because
I'm with you.
he has not done anything to prove. Let me ask y'all something. As much as Eli could be up and down all game long, first three quarters you like, Eli, what the fuck are you doing? When Eli got the ball in the fourth quarter with the game on the line, no matter what Eli has done, you believe that Eli was going to pull that off. 100%, you feel like, yo, he got this. He going to pull this shit off. You do not get that with Danny Jones. Your thought with Danny Jones, when we get the ball and we need to score, you go, I think we're going to lose. And that right there alone tells you all you need to know. And it's not just
Yeah.
because he feels that way, it's because he has proven to us that he cannot do it. You understand?
Now the only thing that worries me, and I'll be completely honest, is this come down to the amount of time he gets in the pocket? You know, like, are we gonna see him go somewhere else and excel? You know,
We
or
have to do what the Jets did, Bobby. The Jets were on some shit like, it really doesn't matter what Darnold does somewhere else. He's not good enough for us. And at
that's
the
what I'm
end of the
saying.
day,
Yeah,
that's it. If Danny Jones goes somewhere else and becomes a fucking Hall of Famer, it doesn't matter. He wasn't good enough
yeah,
here.
yeah.
You understand? We cannot live, because I know that's probably what they're doing. We cannot live in a what if world where what if we let him go and he goes somewhere and he wins championships? It doesn't matter. He's not winning any here. Because if he's good enough to win here, you aren't good enough to put the pieces around him. The type of quarterback he is Danny Jones needs the other 10 players to also be good. Because he's not good enough to make the other 10 players look good. If that makes any sense. There are quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, there was one point in time where Aaron Rodgers had the worst offensive line in the league. Aaron Rodgers still went out and won games. Tom Brady wins games. Joe Montana, Peyton Manning. Those teams that Peyton Manning played for weren't always good. Peyton Manning was
No.
so good that those teams begin to look good. Jones simply cannot win on his own. He needs everything to be good.
Oh man. All right, I think
So
yeah, I'm with you on that. I think we should get to some of these questions. I see a lot in here. A lot of people talking, just some questions asking about what quarterback would do good with a bad O line, and I get it. I do. You know, and it's hard. It's hard to tell, but like you said, they're not good here. But what about fixing the O-line? It's just a tough spot because what if you waste another year on not or do you bring in someone to compete against him? And then, it's just tough because he's so young. Like, do you waste a draft pick on that? It's tough. It's really tough.
Hey, listen, if you guys ask questions, we don't get them. Don't feel like we ignoring you. They just come in so fast, and they're like,
yeah,
rolling
they
up.
do.
So my apologies. Here's
So
the problem. The thing is, though, let's be honest about the situation. We can honestly say we do have. No, I can't say that. I was gonna say we do have playmakers, but then I'm thinking about it. Nobody makes plays, so no matter how much I want to feel like on paper they're
on
playmakers,
paper, we have playmakers.
Yeah, on paper they have playmakers, but in reality they're showing us that they're just not playmakers. But again, then you ask yourself, are they not making plays because they're not put in a position to make plays because the offensive coordinator is so like how hard would it be for you to make plays if the defensive back knows what you're doing? Seriously.
Yeah, because predictability.
If the
Like
defensive
these
back
teams, a
goes,
lot of these teams know what we're doing. I feel like you could see it pre-snap, bro. You could see the players shifting and moving, and that's why Danny would check out because they knew what was coming.
they knew it.
They're watching film. They got film on DJ now too, and he wasn't excelling before when they didn't have film.
And it's just harder now. It's harder now.
Yeah.
So again, that leads us back to just not understanding where the disconnect is happening, but the disconnect is happening. Because you go out
and
you
Christopher, we went over that.
Huh?
I just said to Christopher, he said to talk about how outdated this franchise is, and I said we went over that for sure.
We opened with that one.
Yeah. On paper, yeah, we were the best in the division. Yeah, on paper, we should, but and we weren't getting picked to win this division either because people know that we will find a way to not be as good as we are supposed to be.
Connell says, so did Danny show he couldn't win as a rookie besides fumbling? That's part of showing that he couldn't win. Fumbling is a problem.
Yeah.
So I mean,
not this year, but he's found a way. Yes, he has. Well, the snap over his head, I get, but or he missed that.
I can't blame him for that.
But he found a way to make it so that he's not throwing picks and not fumbling the football, but now he can't put the ball in the end zone in the red zone.
There you go.
He's and now he's soft and he's scared, and now he's compensated too much on that side of being afraid and protecting the football, and now he's not letting his nuts hang and throwing the ball to Galladay.
Good answer.
So
good answer.
It's frustrating.
He's so busy going off his first read. He's so busy staring down a receiver. Again, I'll bring up the play 3rd and 9, and the tight end runs a 3-yard out. I mean, the minute he said hut, the ball was snapped. He looked at the tight end, took 2 steps, threw it. Sometimes he has no idea what the down distance is. So you're 100% right. To turn down his turnovers, he's compensating and not putting the ball where he should be because he doesn't want to put the ball in harm's way. And therein lies the issue when we talk about can he lead this team. He can't even lead us to more than 18 points a game, and that's a problem. And don't let 18 points a game fool you because we got a garbage-ass touchdown in the opening week, so that goes to our points per game.
Garbage
we literally scored 7 points in that first game.
Yep. Someone said, how do you guys feel about Saquon? I don't even know what to think. I really don't.
Saquon remember when I kept telling you guys to stop using terms that y'all don't understand, like generational talent, because people heard him say it on ESPN and they kept saying, you can't trade him. You got to pick him. He's a generational talent. He's not a generational talent. We've seen that kind of running back before. His name was Barry Sanders. So therefore, we've seen it before. Teams understand his rookie year. I'm telling y'all, he exploded his rookie year. And listen, for all y'all that keep saying that the offensive line is bad and that's why he can't get any running room, it's not true. The offensive line was just as bad his rookie year. He just had more yards because he was a different kind of runner. Saquon Barkley is not the same runner he was his first season.
No, he's not. He's not.
He's just not the same guy.
which means he's a generational talent. I mean, he was a great football player, but he's and once you get hurt, this is a very strange injury because some guys come back and they're fine, but the way he would make cuts, he's different in that way where he relied on being at those stops and bouncing it outside, and we've been seeing some glimpses of him being able to do that, but you still don't see that running. He doesn't run angry. He's
Yeah,
not. I don't know if
yeah.
you've noticed that, but
He was
he used
running
to
through
run
people his
angry.
first year too. So
Yeah.
I just saw somebody say, then that's what he is a generational talent. All right, so let me explain to y'all what a generational talent is. If he was such a generational talent, he would at some point he could be able to carry us and get us to wins. So let's go to 2016. I won't even go back to LT and Joe Montana and Jerry Rice saying that they were so great that they elevated their team. Their talent alone was so great that when they got on the football field, it put the advantage to your team. You understand? Odell Beckham in 2016 was so great that we won games off of fucking slat patterns. Literally, Eli would throw him a slant that he would
and he
cut
would
up
take it
and
to the
take it to the
crib.
house. That is what you call a generational talent, a talent that can put the team on their back, and because of that player, you are ahead of another team because you have that player. That's what a generational talent is. Not a guy because he played great in college. We have literally
We've
not
seen
won
that
more than,
before.
huh?
We've seen that before. We've
We've
seen
seen
guys
that
great
before.
in
We've seen
college
great
and they
running backs
can't do it
before.
in the pros.
As a matter of fact,
I mean, we've
Penn
seen
State has a
glimpses.
history of sending running backs to the NFL that don't pan out. Anybody that does the research would know. Kajana Carter, Blair McNeil, who played for the Jets. Shit, now looks like Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
Guys who've come from Penn State, great running backs, and just didn't pan out. Saquon Barkley is a good player. Do not get me wrong. I'm not saying I will never call him a bum. He's a good football player. He's
a
not
good kid
a player that you can hand the ball to and you're going to win because you have that player. Simply, you guys can want to say he is all you want. The truth of the matter, he isn't.
Yeah, I'm with you. We got any last words? What's up, City? Yeah, Miles Sanders plays better than Barkley. Yeah, that's the thing, that you can plug these guys in. They're serviceable running backs, and we took them at number 2 overall in the what year was it? 18?
18, yeah.
Yeah, 2018
was it
draft.
18?
That's
yeah, it
18 and
was
17.
Odell's last year here. Yeah, it was 18.
Yeah. Some people are talking about Freddy Kitchens, and
I got some bad news for y'all when it comes to Freddy Kitchens. If I'll let you answer that first, and I'll go on it.
Well, no, I mean, I don't even know what to think of him. I mean, he's a tight end guy, but he didn't do well in Cleveland. I'll tell you that. They did not like him there. They did not. And we've had him call plays before because somebody was out with COVID. Wasn't it Garrett right? And it didn't look good.
It looks just like Jason Garrett, and that's the point I was getting ready to make. Freddy Kitchens' offense is the exact same offense as Jason Garrett. We literally didn't put up any points last year when he called the game. Literally.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say a 0, but what I mean by any points is we couldn't keep up with that team that he was calling. We need a whole nother philosophy.
Somebody brought up a good point, and they said, I mean, we've touched on this on prior times that we've talked, but why can't we get away from picking or bringing in coaches that don't have ties, or bringing in anyone that doesn't have ties to this organization? Because we need to stop that, dude. We need to figure out a way to bring in people. Someone I saw say something that Mara should hire an outside team to take a look at what he's doing wrong. And I was like, absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Right? Though, I thought that was a great point, Yeah.
It makes sense.
So, but
you're right. Hey, good point, my dude. I just saw somebody, he had a very good point about Kitchens. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right, dude. Is it Kyrie? And your last name is Walker. It's spelled Khayyre. I believe that's Kyrie. That's a great fucking point when you're talking about Kitchens. He said that Kitchens, although, Kitchens had McCoy when he was calling the game last year. And yeah.
That's a good
Yeah.
point. That's a good
That's a
point.
great point. That's a fair point. I mean,
Fair. Yep.
at the end of the day, he was limited to what he can do because of the quarterback he had. Very good point, Kyrie. Very good point, bro.
And yeah, I mean, I didn't dislike McCoy, but I would definitely take Jones over McCoy.
Oh, I take Jones over McCoy every day of the week. And do you remember people getting excited last year when we beat the Seahawks? Like, yo, if Jones come back, y'all think McCoy should? Like, no, McCoy's a fucking bum. McCoy had
we need a franchise
102
quarterback
yards
too.
game.
Oh, I know. That was crazy. We couldn't move the football.
You know who beat the Seahawks? All joking aside, the defense and Wayne Gallman.
Oh yeah, yes.
He ran all over the Seahawks that day.
Yep. Do we see any movement, any trade movement before the deadline?
Knowing Gettleman, he will. He'll find somebody that he'll say, I was in full-blown love with him. I had to see what he looked like in a Giants uniform. Like, motherfucker, go play Madden and put him on and see what he looked like and stop making stupid-ass trades. How about you do that?
Right. Right. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you see Ingram get shipped out. I would be happy, but I don't know. I really don't know what this guy's thinking, man.
I would be happy if he gets shipped out, but you wouldn't be surprised if he got shipped out. I'd be surprised if he did because Gettleman refuses. Although this is not his draft pick, he is somebody that he seems to like. He refuses to get rid of certain people.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we said we were going to talk for a half hour, but we ended up talking for an hour. But,
it still wanted to be an hour. It's all good.
Yeah. No, it's cool. Where are we at, guys? A lot of people are talking about Ingram a lot. And Slayton, do we know how long we've lost Slayton for?
Dude, Slayton and fucking Shepard gets hurt every year.
Yeah. I expect it.
You know what's so funny? Do you remember me putting up the post saying when they were like making a big deal like, oh, Shepard changed his number to 3, and I was like, okay, does that mean he gonna play a lot more games? And somebody was like, that means that's how many games he'll play before he got hurt. And lo and behold, 3 games in,
God.
and he got hurt.
No.
Unfucking-believable.
No. That's crazy.
3 games.
Oh boy.
Slayton,
I
don't know how long he's out, but I know he's hurt every other week.
Yeah. We got a problem with this team, man. It's gonna be like this if we don't make any changes, and I don't know if I see a win in sight. I really don't. It's too bad, Yeah. If maybe we can put up some points against the Saints team, but I have no faith at this point.
Whether we put up points or not, here's my problem with the defense, right? So I'm at the game Sunday, and I mean, when the game wasn't on the line, when it was first 3 quarters, they were stopping Atlanta. Atlanta punted their first 4 possessions. And then the very fucking minute, the exact same drive, right after this team scores a touchdown and goes up 14-7 because we went for the 2-point conversion, the defense went right back out there and gave up the touchdown. And then this is what I said about Jones. When we got the ball back, when it was 14-14, I knew then Jones couldn't lead us down the football field.
Yeah,
I knew it.
I know.
And this is the difference between him and we're not even going to talk about quarterbacks who's been in the league forever because they can read defenses. We're talking about Joe Burrow, who just beat up on the Steelers in his second year.
Yep.
We're talking about fucking Justin Herbert, who just beat the Kansas City Chiefs in his second year. You understand?
Yeah, we're not seeing the right progression from this kid. We're not
at all. And that's what people who want us to believe that he's doing so much better just don't understand the way that the position is supposed to be played, bro. Well, you're supposed to see progression. Do y'all understand that Eli? So somebody tried to tell me this kid is on his second. He's on his second OC. Eli went to the Super Bowl his first year with a new OC. A lot of people don't know from 2004 to 2006, John Huffnagel was Eli's offensive coordinator. Kevin Gilbride became the offensive coordinator in 2007, and Eli
That's
was
right,
in the
yes.
fucking Super Bowl. I don't want to hear excuses.
Yep. No, I'm with you.
I
I'm
don't
with
want to
you.
hear
And a
excuses.
lot of these people, yeah, for sure. I don't know. I think we've covered pretty much everything. You know, do you got anything else?
Nah, I got nothing else at this point.
Yeah. Well, thanks, guys. Definitely hit us up on
Definitely,
the
let's not
Bobby and
celebrate
Quan
media.
podcast.
Yeah, so like I said, a lot of people wasn't on as of a lot more people are on right now. So I wanted to run down what we're gonna try to get accomplished once we get the podcast up and running. I'm gonna go buy a laptop tomorrow so we can start doing everything from YouTube.
Make it more legit.
Make it
Yeah.
more legit next week. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna start doing raffles. I don't know if a lot of you heard. Like I said, I know a guy in the group. Me and him are really cool. He knows David Tyree, Amani Tuma, a few guys that play for the Giants. We're gonna run off raffles to do meet and greets, sign jerseys. We're even gonna try to raise enough money through a few raffles and actually send some of you guys to the games. I know a lot of you guys don't get to make the game because you live out of town or you whatever reason you can't make the game. We're gonna try to make that shit happen. We're gonna try to make this the best Giant podcast out there.
For real.
If,
About the
if some of
fans, you know?
if some of you guys live somewhere and can't get to Jersey, we're gonna try to at least see if we can get enough money through the raffle to get you a ticket and see if we can get you a plane ticket to Jersey if you want to catch a Giants home game if you never have. So we're gonna me and my man Bobby gonna sit back. We got some merchandise we're gonna put out. I'm gonna buy a shitload of jerseys. Raffle off some free jerseys. A few of those figures that I have, not the ones I have, other ones. Y'all can't have my shit.
Well, yeah.
So
I know those are so sick too.
we're gonna try. What up, man? We're gonna try to make this shit really cool and have you guys win a lot of stuff. And that's just our appreciation. Our way of saying thank you for tuning in every week. So just bear with us. We're gonna get this shit rolling in the right direction.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. Just we got you can email us questions at Bobby and Quan podcast at Gmail throughout the week, and we'll definitely answer every single one that we can. And if you can, subscribe to us on YouTube, and we're gonna get this thing going. So bear with us, and thank you so much for everything. So it's fun to talk to you guys every week, and I look forward to this. It's definitely makes me feel a lot better after me and Quan shoot the shit about this football team, and we'll definitely be here next week too. So.
Nah, I don't have a camera yet, bro. I'm like Bobby was telling me, just go ahead and get a laptop. So I guess if the laptop,
You'll be good with just the camera on the laptop. Make sure you get a laptop with the camera on it though.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. I'm gonna start me an OnlyFans.
There you go, bro. You'll be able to send everybody to the games, bro. Season tickets, dude.
I'm gonna have me on just a Giants hat pouring oil and shit on my chest.
Yeah, perfect, bro. All right, word up. Well, I'm out.
Man.
So I'll talk to you guys.